Hello, hackers. Today's episode is a love letter. A love letter from me to you. The reason I'm making this love letter is because today is actually my brother's 25th birthday. Happy birthday to you, Ollie. And I made a post on Facebook and I was writing it. As I was writing it, I was trying to think of how do I describe this wonderful, wonderful being? How do I describe that? And I strongly believe we were only called to love one another. That is our calling. We have other callings as well, but our main calling, that would be to love each other. Despite everything, just love each other. So when you are describing someone that you love, what is it that you say? I really doubt that you say, well, they have brown hair, they're about 5'4". Like, you just don't do that. One of the ways I describe my brother, there's so many things, and I was thinking, oh my God, this could go on and on and on, but I just thought, okay, I'll go with 4 things. Like, one thing I love about you is your wisdom. You're so wise, and I love the way that you speak. He speaks so articulately and with intelligent language, and I just love to listen to him speak, and the way he's open to seeing other people's points of view, and just different things. And there's so many ways you can describe a person, right? There's so many ways. And it also makes you think about, I made a post once and it was just about you are more than. So I want to tell you this you are more than. It's a love letter in a sense of also a reminder that you are more than the sum of what you think you are. When you're describing what you love about someone else, you don't sum them up with just like, oh, they're great, or they've got very pale skin, or they've got freckles, or something like that. Like, those are elements of who this person is, and that's elements of who you may be, but you are so much more than that. You are more than your bank account. You are more than the sum of your bank account. You are more than how tall you are. You are more than your gender. You are so much more than your sexual orientation. You are more than the job that you do. You are more than the color of your skin. You are more than who your family is. You are more than what kind of animal you have as a pet, or if you don't do or do not have one. You are more than the size of your body. You are more than the shape of your body. You're more than your body weight. You are more than the way you dress. You are more than who you hang around with. You are more than who you do not hang around with. You are more than You are more than whether you drink wine or whiskey. You are more than whether you swear or do not swear. You are so much more. You are so much more than the color of your eyes. You are more than being single. You are more than a relationship status. You are more than the job that you go to each day. You are more than your skill set, whether you can cook or not. You are more. You are so much more. You are so much more than what you may define yourself as. You are more than just stretch marks. You are more than cellulite. You are more than a round tummy. You are more than your abs. You are more than your six-pack. You are more than whether your skin is looking good, the quality of your skin. You are more than the quality of your skin. You are just so much more than that. You are so much more than that. Those might be things that people can see, and what I find interesting is, like, when I hate this question so much when you get in a job interview, tell me a bit about yourself, and it's like, oh, where do I begin? Normally the first thing I say is, well, I have 6 brothers. So you are more than the family you have, though the family you have may or may not be important to you, but you are more than that. Your identity is so much more than what you write on paper. It's so much more. You are so much more than that. And I just want you to know When you're feeling shitty, you might be looking at your reflection feeling unhappy. You might be looking at your reflection and just wondering why. Why do I look like this and yet I'm still not enough? If you got your 6-pack or you're hitting your body goals, and some days you look in the mirror and you're like, holy crap, I am doing well. And then other days you look in the mirror and it's like, how come this is still not enough? How come I can look this good and I'm still not enough? And that might sound like a vain statement, but you know what? Vanity is just a thing made up by society to control us and keep us down. Let that just sink in for a moment. Vanity is just a made-up thing by society to hold you back, to make sure you do not have confidence, to make sure that you have to buy more makeup and the next dress and a new house because you are not good enough as you are. So they created vanity to make you feel ashamed of thinking that you're already enough as you are. But the fact is you are enough. So when you compliment yourself, it's a joke for one of my friends. She's like, wow, you're vain, so vain. But I'm just like, do you know what? Someone has to think good things about me. Someone has to say good things about me. And it might as well be me. We were roller skating once, one time while I was roller skating with my friend, and she kept falling over. We were helping a little girl who just kept falling over all the time, and she kept taking my friend down with her. And each time they were like, how come you're not falling down? I'm like, I just have really strong legs. And then I was like, oh, shut up. Like, I'm sorry, I can squat 100 kilos, so I have strong legs. And it sounds to everyone like I'm being vain, but I didn't feel like that. I wasn't trying to show off. I'm just saying, no, I have strong legs, so I'm okay. And to other people, that might sound like you're trying to show off, which I just feel like is just ridiculous because it's not a lie. I can do it. I'm not making it up. And we should feel proud about our achievements, and we should feel good about ourselves. It's just it's a made-up thing. Vanity is a made-up thing. Obviously, there's big-headedness, but that is different. Obviously, if you're going to be just big-headed and think you're better than other people, but thinking you're better than other people doesn't come from vanity. That comes from insecurity, because this is just join me down this rabbit hole. Join me as I dive further down into the rabbit hole of what vanity is. So when you are insecure, that's when you think you're better than others, because you're afraid of being rejected, and so you're feeling you're better than others is like a protection mechanism, or it's a way, but yeah, it's normally just a protection from rejection, and you're just trying to fit in somewhere else. So thinking that you're better than other people is not actually a sign of confidence. That's not confidence, because confident people do not think they're better than others because they're just comfortable with who they are. They don't think they're better. They're just confident. They're not worried about what other people think because they've just got that confidence already. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But I just wanted to share that love letter with you today because we don't hear it enough. We don't hear it enough. And if you need to keep hearing it over and over, do it. Just replay it. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. And you are loved. And I love you. And it's all gonna be okay. I don't want to sound cheesy, but sometimes we need to hear that. And the other night I needed to hear it. And I wish there was a podcast saying it's all gonna be okay for me to listen to. So this love letter goes out to you, and if you need it, and I hope it blesses you. I believe we are being sold a lie that we need to deteriorate over time. Anti-aging is in our face every day. People are afraid and ashamed of not being young. While aging is inescapable, I believe we can improve as we age. Join me, Belle Carter, as I go on a journey of self-optimization in all areas of life: mental, physical, emotional, financial, and spiritual. Let's get hacked as. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I hope you've learned a hack or two today. If you like what you're hearing, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, rate, comment, share, depending on where you're listening. If you have any questions for me or any of the guests you hear on the show, send them to hackedasmessage